I'm just glad he's paying me because Mike is just an...
Rolling.
What? Hey, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, kids of all ages, it's time for your weekly Fix the Funny. Can I get another one of these? I'm going to need this. I'm about to do this shit. So I'm okay, I swallowed it. So grab a cocktail, take those pants off, and treat yourself to the sexy bald man that makes you tingle in your special place. Woo! I'm wrong! Got my mind on my money, my money on my mind, bitch! I'm house announcer Chet Jackson, and it's time for the Me, Myself, and I show with Mike Betancourt! Are we done? Yes.
Me, myself, and I. It's me, myself, and I. Ooh, yeah. Wearing the Macho Man shirt. Yeah. Got the Macho... I choked on the Macho Phlegm. Yeah, I got the Macho Beard. Yeah. It's episode 160. What? I said it's episode 160. I heard you, son, but I'm not going to say it again. What? Episode 160. Yeah, Macho Man, Macho Mike. It's Thursday time. Yeah, Thursday Thunder. I thought that went off the air, son. No, it didn't. I mean, it did, but we're having a conversation and we're supposed to be entertaining people. You don't know what entertainment is. I got my Speedwisers. Speedwisers? You supposed to say Steve Wise. I stumbled. What? I said I stumbled. You took my catchphrase, son. Hello, and welcome to another exciting episode of Me, Myself, and I. Goddamn thing is blurry again. I gotta get a new camera. This is BS because I have a wonderful guest tonight. He's amazing radio personality, Hall of Famer. Mr. Arnie States is here. He's waiting for us right now. He's like, you better get your shit together, boy, because when I come on to this, oh yeah, you're gonna come on, you're gonna wear the Macho Man this, yeah. Anyways, I'm excited to have him. He's a very funny guy. Very awesome guy. He's got a lot to talk about radio and his life and everything. And I can't wait. And also, Mr. Dustin Wood is back too, right? I know. Dustin's Thoughts coming up soon. But before we do that, let's just take a breather, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take a deep breath. It's Thursday night. So you know what that means. Tomorrow's Friday, which is technically Saturday. You really mentally checked out today. You made it to the 4-day work week. No one does anything on Friday. Everyone prolongs everything. Oh yeah, I'm gonna go to the office and make some copies. Yeah, take your time tomorrow. Okay, when you when you when you make those copies, take a shit. Okay, take a shit. Go for a coffee break. Say, you know what? This is what you need to do. Actually, talk to the janitor. Okay. Actually, talk to the janitor with the stack of copies that you got. Because you don't care. You're going to talk to him. He's going to go, I got to go to work. But no, seriously, man, I really commend you of being a wonderful janitor. You've done so much for this office. And just and then by the time you're done with that, it's almost time for your 10-minute break. Almost. So remember, check out tomorrow, okay? You deserve it. It's Labor Day weekend. It's the 3-day weekend coming up, okay? Check out, please. Okay, the whole world is on fire. It's flooding. Biden is Biden. I mean, I told you from the beginning, I'm blaming Biden for everything, and he destroyed Americans in Afghanistan all at the same time. So, and I didn't vote for him. I voted for my neighbor, Kevin Waller. That's who I voted for because I knew it was bullshit. Anyways, everything is falling apart. Everything is falling apart. So take this Labor Day weekend to enjoy yourself and have a good time. Let's check out the comments already. Close-up of your cute shirt. Thank you, Maureen Botham. It's not just cute. It's delicious. Yeah. Look at the little Macho Man. Yeah, right there. See the Macho dancing. Yeah. Macho dance. Yeah. I'm gonna be a Macho dance. All right. Anyways, I'm taking up way too much time. We got a wonderful show. I gotta fix this damn thing. And while I'm fixing that, it is time for Dustin's Thoughts.
Thank you very much, Mike. I'm still laughing at the choking on the macho phlegm. That
Oh yeah,
guys. That and yeah,
What?
you go and
You're
do your
talking about Stone?
photocopies. Oh shit, I'm getting interrupted by Stone Cold. So, guys, once again, thank you so much for having me back for Dustin's Thoughts. I love doing this. I love being on Mike's podcast. I love showing off paintings and Boston Celtics gear because I don't have a girlfriend. But what I want to talk to you guys about today, what my thoughts are today, is I've been catching up a lot on TV and a lot on Netflix, and I'm having a real issue with whoever writes the little 1 to 2 sentence descriptions for the movies on Netflix. I'm running on a theory that whoever's writing these has never seen the movies they're actually writing them for, and they're just kind of guessing based on the title of the movie or the poster. I'm not sure which one. Guys, these are real descriptions that you can find on Netflix right now. Let's play a little game of Dustin's Thoughts, Guess the Movie. All right, here we go. It's mano a mano when an oil rig roughneck has a fight with Dwayne Johnson. Bruce Willis stars in Armageddon. Okay, first off, The Rock was not in that movie at all. This is 1998. The Rock was still wearing a fanny pack.
The Rock was the asteroid.
That's exactly what I think. Thank you, Mike. Thank you. Mike's always very good at that, doing that. Just popping in and being like, that's the punchline. Here's another one. Lifelong rageaholic tries to reconnect with his estranged children. James Earl Jones stars in Star Wars. That was actually pretty good, actually. That's not bad. Here's another one. A man with terminal lactose intolerance goes to Washington to shine a light on his often mocked affliction. Sean Penn is Harvey Milk. Actually, I didn't see the movie. It might be about that. The last one, though, feels lazy, and the last one feels very much like obvious, you know? The last one is a spoiled boy learns what life would be like if his family just disappeared and left him in his home alone to defend himself. I think we all know what movie it is.
The Quiet Place.
Michael Keaton and Batman.
I was going for The Quiet
So,
Place.
yeah, guys, that's my thoughts. Thank you very much.
I thought you had some
Mike,
exciting
back to you.
news, sir. Don't you have some exciting news to share with everybody?
I'm pregnant, and it's yours. Actually, I do have some exciting news. I'm very, very excited, guys. October 9th, I will be filming my 1-hour comedy special at the Kenneth Ford Theater in Weed, California at 7 o'clock. You can get tickets now at adorkable.ticketleap.com/DWcomedy. And I have to say, even a year ago, I don't think I would have been confident or ready to do anything like this without Mike Betancourt and this podcast and his mentorship and leadership. And so, Mike, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much, man, because I wouldn't be where I am without you. So, yeah, that's my thoughts every day. Thanks, buddy. Awkward linger on my face.
Bro, you don't dude, it's all you, man. Congratulations, man. We'll get a link up as well. I know I interrupted and he said this wonderful heartfelt. I was like, God damn it. I feel like an asshole now. But
that's what I'm gonna do
back
from now on.
What's that? Just
kill him
with
when
kindness?
you interrupt me.
Kill him with kindness.
Like, by the way, you are so handsome today. And I don't know if I've told you that. I'm just gonna hit you with kindness every single time.
Yeah, that probably will hopefully work. We'll see. We'll see. Because it's not true. Because I don't have cool hair. And look at this right there.
First up, okay, but what if I told you Jason Statham would be like jealous of the shape of your head? Okay.
No, Jason Statham has a good shaped head. He has a good shape.
So do you. Look how muscular it looks
right here,
like a bicep with a beard.
It drops right here, dude. It drops right here. That's what happens when your dad abuses you when you're a little kid. Anyways, back to sadness and now bringing it back up because that's what my dad did. But you know what? Guess who's alive and who's not? Huh? Full circle, God. Anyways, let's get back to this before it gets. Okay. Okay, we've got some comments. Let's keep the show going. The comments from Chris Laird. The world is being built back with one me, myself, and I show at a time. Thank you, sir. And then Elias, Bill, it's your baby. Okay, cool. Right on. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I've known this guy for a few years, and I've listened to him on the radio many of times when he was here in Sacramento. And this guy is a conglomerate. This guy is like the man. Okay, everyone knows who he is. I was getting texts. You're getting him on the his credits alone, 25-year veteran in radio. He is a Hall of Famer for the National Broadcasting Association. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together and raise the roof for the one, the only, Arnie States.
There it is, by the way. My Hall of Fame trophy. There it is. If you can't see it, it says Nevada Broadcasters Association Hall of Fame.
Damn.
Yeah, and if you notice, it's cracked. I got it in Las Vegas. The next day, the TSA fucking dropped it. Like I didn't have a check-in bag. I was only flying down there for the night. So I had my carry-on and the TSA broke it. So now I have like epoxy and tape on it. So,
but you're still a Hall of Famer.
yes.
Still a Hall of Famer.
And I never say where it's from. I just say that I'm in the NBA Hall of Fame.
Oh, that's hilarious because it's true.
I'm an NBA Hall of Famer. I mean, that I need to put that on my business card.
Dude, you should. NBA Hall of Famer. They're gonna be like,
how you doing? They're gonna look at me and go, "You're fat and barely 6'1". Be like, "Yeah, I know. It was a fucking dream."
Are you shaming me? Is that what you're doing? Are you racial profiling and shaming me?
I don't believe in any of this shaming stuff. Like I tell a story. I came home from school one day when I was like 8, and I'm about to turn 50. So this is like a long
Happy
time
birthday.
ago. Thank you. I came home and I was crying, and my dad, who was a recovering alcoholic, I think he was still drinking at this time, but he goes, I look at him, I said, "Dad, kids were calling me fat today." He goes, "Arnie, you are fat. You either got to do something about it or deal with it." And I was like, I don't want to do anything about it. I like Dr. Pepper too much. So, I love when people like try to come after me and they call me fat. I'm like, whoa, there's a new one. So, yeah, the whole shaming thing, just fucking get over yourselves, people.
Well, it's not shaming. Why don't you show the world your shirt?
Oh, the shirt today? I knew we were going to talk
Hold
wrestling.
on, Dustin. Bam! Look at that, baby.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Fabulous
Recognize.
Freebirds.
Recognize.
Look at Freebird's hair. Are you kidding me?
Go back. Show it again, Arnie.
Michael PSAs.
PSA.
Oh man, right there.
Right
Yeah,
there.
I get it. Yeah, right there.
He
And then
just that perfect hair, that feather, that Farrah Fawcett hair.
It was
perfect.
If back in the 70s, if right there means racism meets wrestling was cool.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Oh, dude, Michael Hayes used to have a big ring like robe like Ric Flair, and it was the Confederate flag.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
Didn't he paint his face with the Confederate
Oh,
flag?
they did one time, yeah, when they
Yeah.
were taking on the Von Erichs. Oh, absolutely. And I mean, it's down here in Texas. Nobody gives a shit. I mean, that's like in the 80s. That's in the 80s.
It was so
Everybody's
comfortable.
that was
You're like, I'm Michael Hayes. I just finished saying the N-word, but everybody,
Hey,
what do you think?
Swear to God, hand to God. This is the greatest story I have. My high school, I went to South Garland High School. We were the Colonels. And every year, a senior would get to be the Colonel. And they would wear the gray uniform. And they would lead the football team on with the flag. Now, we had like our school crest and the flag. Senior year, it was a guy named Popcorn Nehemiah McCain, a black dude. Hand to God. Hand to God. Oh, it was awesome. Now
you
we're
know
known,
that's that shit that's gonna come up at his funeral where everyone's like
oh, everybody loved Corn. Corn got stabbed to death by his girlfriend. Yeah, Corn's dead.
wait,
Popcorn.
Arnie. Was his girlfriend white?
I don't know because I wasn't
She was
living
popping
here.
though.
Oh yeah, I mean Corn Pop, as our illustrious leader has said, Corn Pop was a bad dude.
Oh man.
But man, I mean, I love that story and it's so funny. But yet nobody cared about that stuff back then. I mean, look, the thing. Look, you were talking about Joe Biden. Everybody knew Joe Biden was going to fuck up, right?
Oh, 100%.
But this fast?
I didn't think it was going to be that quick.
I mean, goddamn. He's only been in for what, like 7 months?
8 months, yeah.
Oh,
it's going to be his legacy. Is he fucked up quicker than anybody?
Dude, fast, dude.
I mean, like he's like, well, I'm gonna fuck this up today, and then tomorrow I'm really gonna shit the bed.
He's like, you guys hate Trump? Hold my beer. Hold my beer. I'll show you something.
Yeah, bring back the mean tweets. I'm ready. I'm ready for mean tweets and cheap gas again,
dude. For real, man. So you're so excuse us, Dustin. We're gonna bring you back, bro. Okay. No well, hold on. Show off your belt, bro.
Oh yeah.
Show Arnie.
You may be an NBA legend, Hall of Famer.
Mm-hmm.
But I bought my own championship belt.
Nice. That doesn't matter. Hey, you've got a belt. That's all that matters.
He used to be a wrestler.
That's
Arnie.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah. The only thing that's upsetting is even at my best weight, I still couldn't snap it around my waist.
But it's good to hold it like that. You know, that's like Triple H right
Austin,
there.
Austin never wore it around his waist. He always
put
carried it in.
Put it around.
Great point. Roman doesn't either now. Roman.
And you know who else didn't? Dusty Rhodes.
Yeah.
Hey, baby. Let me tell you something, Daddy. Dusty Rhodes, the American dream, babies. I have dined with kings and queens, and I have slept in alleys eating pork and beans. Dusty Rhodes,
have a Dusty
son of a plumber.
Oh, the bull of the woods, if you will, Daddy. The man of the hour, too sweet to be sour. Twisted steel and sex appeal.
I need to mail him this belt. This is yours now.
Yeah, you're gonna give it to him?
No. That's your belt. I just love Dusty Rhodes. He was a fat guy that had a weird ass birthmark on his gut. You can't go wrong with that.
Right.
Yeah, you gotta look at I even have an action figure, and they put the birthmark on the action
figure. I have it too. It's
awesome.
Amazing.
That's real right there.
But you know what was great about Dusty Rhodes? He didn't care about his figure. He didn't care about pleasing people. All he cared about was just straight wrestling and entertaining the crowd as long as he could.
You believed he could kick your ass, which is all you need to be in pro wrestling. It doesn't matter how strong or muscular. If you believe that this guy could beat your ass on a Friday night in Dallas, then that's all that mattered.
Well, see, and the nice thing about Dusty, too, is that Andre the Giant shared this, and I think Austin shared this, too. They didn't need the belt to get over. They were over already so huge that the belt was one of those things that was just kind of like,
The icing.
Okay, it's like the Undertaker.
Yeah, I mean,
the Undertaker was a championship in himself.
Example. Yeah. I mean, like you look at it, and I've done the Mount Rushmore of wrestlers. I've done the Mount Rushmore of tag teams. I've been watching AEW. I like the way they're going. I like it. But I got to say, the Young Bucks fucking suck.
Oh, and I agree.
I saw somebody online say the Young Bucks could beat the Steiners.
What?
Are you fucking mind?
Wait, what?
Yeah.
That just woke me up.
Oh, yeah.
Scott Steiner alone.
He's it. Big Papa Pump. Holler if you hear me.
Scott Steiner alone will eat the Young Bucks.
That bothers me. So then are you a fan of FTR then? Because they feel like a throwback.
Yeah, but I heard they're about to break up because dude who cut his arm on the turnbuckle, it did like serious nerve damage to him.
Well, he came back. He came back this week. He's good.
Sorry, let me take this dip out.
It's all right. Quick. Hey, Dustin, we're gonna come back to wrestling nerd stuff.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah, it's all good. Hang tight, bro. We're gonna talk about a lot of wrestling stuff. We gotta get this. Everyone else is like, what's this? What's that? What's that?
I'm so sorry.
It's all good, dude. So, you born and raised in Texas? And
Garland, Texas.
Nice, man. So, was wrestling huge in Garland? When you were growing up?
I'll never forget. My first event was August the 15th, 1982. And I remember this because somebody posted it, and it was Kerry Von Erich versus Ric Flair. It was my birthday present for my 11th birthday because I had gotten into wrestling and we never went. After that night, I started going to the Sportatorium as many Friday nights as we could. Skandor Akbar, who was the original guy who brought Kamala into wrestling.
Oh, wow.
Lived in Garland. One night we were leaving wrestling, right? We're leaving wrestling. And we're driving. It was me and my best friend Tommy. And we're driving, and Skandor Akbar and Kamala are behind us on the freeway. And we look, and we're like, oh, my God, they're following us home because we booed them. We're stupid-ass kids. But, I mean, wrestling was huge here. And we had the Von Erichs, of course, the Freebirds. Everybody who was anybody came through this territory. And I love it. I've always been a wrestling fan, and I always will be.
Is that why? Are you a highly wrestling influence as you use your radio personality?
Yeah, very much so. Like when Steve Austin was starting to go over, my character on the show that it was me, but I got to amp it up. He gave me I don't want to say he gave me the inspiration for it, but he gave me the courage to amp it up. Yeah. And be more of that loudmouth redneck that I already am. But Steve Austin was, to me, he's still the greatest wrestler ever. And,
you definitely, hearing you on the radio, you definitely turned up Arnie 100%. And what was great about you on the radio up here in Sacramento is you didn't back down on any topic, even if you're wrong. Even if you were wrong on a topic, you were right.
Well, first of all, I'd like to know what topic I was ever wrong
I don't remember.
on,
I'm just saying it in general.
No,
I'm just saying in general, like you pick a topic, you stick with that topic, and you fight as hard as you can with that.
Well, we kind of had a saying that no matter what, like there were three of us in there. Somebody asked about the others. Well, I live in Texas. I don't know where the others are. We all had characters to play. Yes, they were representatives of ourselves, but we knew our job wasn't to change hearts and minds. Our job was to entertain people. And we would take our stands and we would put our feet in the sand and not move, because that was the rule of the show. Stay in character. Right. Because your fans, like if it was one person's fans, they're not going to like me ever. You know, and another fans, they're going to like me some. My fans are going to love everything I say. So be true to the people that you're trying to entertain.
How did you develop that type of character? Was it throughout the years?
It was, because I started off as Arnie the intern, and I didn't make any money, and that was in Reno. And then it was just one other guy and me. We all know his name. I just don't say their names. It was him and me, and we were doing great. And he came to me one day, and he said, "I want to add a girl to the show." And I said to him, I said, "Just add somebody who's hot. That's all I want. I want a hot chick." And he told me who it was. I go, "You didn't add anybody that was hot, dude. Come on." But the addition to what they brought to the show is that there was such great chemistry between the three of us that we were just, it was meant to be. And it was I love it. I love looking back and thinking about it. And man,
and you were on the show for a while, correct?
I started the show. It was me and the other guy.
Oh, you started. I didn't know that.
Oh yeah. It was me and the other guy. I wasn't the intern anymore, but we were a country station when I first started as Arnie the intern. Then we flipped formats to a rock station, and then the gloves were taken off. Like I almost got fired my second day in radio because I had to tell a joke every morning. And like the second morning, I told this joke, and it was a country station, so you have to be super conservative. Right. And the joke was, guy calls his friend, says, "Hey, you want to come see the new baby?" And his friend says, "Yeah, sure." He goes, "Well, be careful what you say." And he goes, "Why?" He goes, "Well, the baby was born without any ears." And you can't tell fucking deformed baby jokes on country stations.
At 8 o'clock in the morning.
Right. It was like that time. So then the punchline is, the guy goes and sees the baby and he asks the mom, "How are the baby's eyes?" And she goes, "The eyes are fine. Why?" And he goes, "Well, he'll never be able to wear glasses." You know, oh God, I got yelled at.
So you got yelled at for that?
Oh, it was a country station.
I guess so.
I mean, and then when we flipped formats to rock, the gloves were off, and I found this new freedom, and it was fantastic. And we started amping it up back then because we did play a lot of music back then, and then we added the third person, the non-hot person, and we went all talk.
Rob, non-hot person, and the other guy.
Yeah. And it was one of those things that it just clicked. And as soon as it clicked, we knew we had something. And Sacramento called us and we signed as soon as we could. We were offered a job in Philadelphia 2 days after we signed in Sac. And we said, no, we want to honor this contract. And Howard Stern would murder us on the East Coast. There's just no way we would have survived. So we said, we'll just own the West Coast. And we did. We did for 20
How did
plus
you
years.
how did you guys go around the FCC regulations? You guys were
didn't.
you guys were on the border.
We
You
got
pushed
fined.
the envelope hard.
We got fined. We got fined for 2 events. One was one on me, of course. You know what's long and hard and full of semen? A submarine. But see, I did that when before Bill Cosby was a rapist, or during his raping time, when he hosted Kids Say the Darndest Things. And I did the little kid's voice, and I told, Daddy's going to give me something long and hard and full of semen, a submarine. Double entendre was not like then. And then we did this other thing where it was like the sexual positions they're doing in college. And we didn't go into it. We just named the position and kind of like where people were arranged. And the FCC nailed us for 2 violations. And it's like being known by the IRS. If the FCC knows your name, that's not a good thing.
Yeah, no kidding.
So then we had to start really, really playing by the rules. But we did push the envelope. Definitely pushed it.
Oh, we got a great question from Chris Laird. He says,
Okay.
Did you guys ever have an Anchorman style rumble with the Rise guys?
You know what's so funny is that when we first came to Sacramento, I'll never forget, the first song we ever played was Welcome to the Jungle. Then we opened the mics. It was 5:04 a.m. The first phone call we got, I hate you guys. You guys suck. And it was because people are very loyal to their morning shows. I never had a beef with the Rise guys. They never really said anything good about us, but I get it. We replaced them. And then we got the numbers that they were supposed to. And then we got astronomical numbers that no one could ever believe.
So what made you guys blow up? What was that critical point that pushed you guys over the edge?
I will tell you, we were number one, our second or third ratings book in, but it wasn't dominant until 9/11 happened. We were on the air the morning of 9/11, and I tried to bring some levity here and there, but it was hard. And we stayed on the air that day from 5 in the morning until 2:30. And then the next day we did a show from 5 until 4 o'clock, no commercial breaks, just to let people vent and show that this isn't our show. This is everybody's show. We want people to talk. And that's what really pushed us over the edge.
Wow. So yeah. that engagement of making people be a part of the show. Well, you know, your followers and your fans, they still are engaging with you and they still follow you.
Every day. I do my podcast now at arnieradio.com every morning. And I was scared when it first started because I'm an old radio guy. And I had 2 phone lines. And neither phone line really rang. But I have a message board like you have this message board. And people love that. I get like 1,000 messages a show.
Wow.
I mean, it's crazy because, you know, we talk about everyday stuff. We've been talking a lot of COVID, politics, all that kind of stuff. And of course, like I'm looking at tomorrow's show, like McDonald's ice cream is getting investigated by the federal government now. I mean, that's not, because their ice cream machines are finally fucking all breaking at the same time.
Now it is. After all these, now with the MSG and the fries or anything like that.
Don't worry about that. That's fine.
My question is, and you don't have to answer this if you don't want to, but but what happened to you with the radio station?
Well, if you come to my show at the Esquire IMAX on September 17th.
There it is.
Bam! There it is right there.
Nice little setup, ladies and gentlemen.
I figured out a way that, and all I can say is I can legally tell the story now.
There we go. Arnie States. If you want to know what happened to Arnie States on the radio station here in Sacramento, you got to go see him live at the Esquire IMAX Friday, September 17th. Tickets are available at arnieradio.com. Nice little pinch.
Man, look at that. You should be in radio.
Right?
I know.
So what made you get into radio? What made you become, you're like, you know what, I can do this?
I started as believe it or not, this fat, ugly face started as an intern at a TV station in Reno.
Okay.
And I was doing the sports because I love sports and I was learning how to edit tapes and things like that.
Oh, nice.
And I and it was in Reno, so you would think sports doesn't get cut because everybody there bets. Everybody's a degenerate gambler there. But sports was the first thing cut every show. They would cut it down in time. And I didn't like TV. I didn't like the politics of TV. And that partner that I worked with in radio, he was at a bar one night. And I said, hey, man, listen to your show, because they had done a couple commercials and I knew who he was. And I said, are you looking for an intern? And he goes, yeah, why don't you come in on Monday? And I went in on Monday at 10 o'clock in the morning, and the rest was, history. Because
Wow.
I never missed another day. And I love broadcasting. It's so fun. And you as a comedian know this. I mean, I've battled my alcohol addiction. I battled my drug addiction. The one addiction that I will never, ever give up is that feeling of instant gratification from a live crowd. There is nothing better. I mean, that just feeds my soul. And I haven't been on stage in like a couple of years. I can't wait. I'm so excited about this show. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Nice, man. We got a question from Dustin. Go ahead, buddy.
Hey, what's up, Arnie? So I got to say, man, first off, giant fan. This is really cool to get to talk to you.
All right. Hey, me too, buddy.
I know. I'm really excited that you get to meet me. There's I can hear the stone cold attitude in you. I can see how that's something that you were able to kind of, it sounds like it's a lot of you, and you were able to just kind of turn it up to 11, which is the best characters in wrestling. So I have to ask, because you sound like somebody that one day there will be a movie made out of, like after. There's a lot of current pro wrestlers that are becoming actors now. And so my question to you is, what current pro wrestler would play, Arnie States in a movie? And I say current because I know the obvious answer with Texas and everything is, Booker T. Like Arnie States, sucker. Arnie States, sucker. Like, I get it. But
wearing a Freebird shirt,
so
too.
active wrestler.
Active wrestler that would play me. Is Bully Ray still active? From the Dudleys?
He counts.
Yeah.
That's perfect, dude.
I'd love to have Bully Ray play me. That would be fantastic. I mean, I hope that he acts better than Dave Bautista or John Cena, because those guys suck. Look, I understand that John Cena is probably the nicest human being on the face of the earth with all he does for charity. But he's just, I saw him at a house show in Reno, and I was just yelling Wahlberg at him the entire night.
Hey.
I got nothing but love. Like, are you from Boston? Can you answer a question for me? Why is there an R at the end of Rebecca? When people say Rebecca's name.
Rebecca.
Why is there an R?
That's
they don't
hilarious.
pronounce any other letters. Like the ba.
Because we like to start how we finish. We finish how we start. We start how we finish.
All right.
Rebecca. I love that. That's the one
That's
question
a great.
you have.
Oh,
everyone
City.
that does the Boston question is always like with the khakis and the car and the bottom. But dude, he dropped a Rebecca.
Oh, look.
He did.
My favorite.
Deep cut.
Everybody loves Southern accents, and I'm just used to them. My favorite accent is the Boston accent. I mean, like, you park the car and Harvard. I mean, I can do it, but I can only do those words. I can't continue the conversation.
It's the only accent modern day that you can get away with saying the word queer, because you just say it in the accent, and it's
hold on, Dustin. Go ahead, do the impression.
Oh, okay, here we go. Hate some fucking firefighters getting pussy for the first time in the fucking history of fire or pussy, motherfucker.
Fuck yous.
Fuck you.
See, I like it. I've said this now for a while. Have you ever seen that movie, The Accountant, with Ben Affleck?
Yes.
Yeah.
If you made Ben Affleck an autistic guy from Boston, he would win the Academy Award. Just telling you. Like, if he plays a guy from Boston, like in the town, he's fantastic, right?
100%.
Batman. But then you put him as an autistic role. Yes, I said it. He sucked as Batman. He was terrible. Look, I'm sorry. My Batman is Adam West. My Batman will always be Adam West.
Adam West.
Yes,
Adam, your Batman. He's like,
West is your favorite. Is your Batman?
You want to know why? I'll tell you why. He didn't have a suit that was made out of Kevlar. He didn't have hard plastic on. He wore a shitty mask he bought at a fucking grocery store.
Dude, this is his dance.
Yeah, he does this.
The Batusi.
Let's do some coke, Robin.
The only Batman that is legitimately fucking Robin, because nobody dresses up a little boy like that if they're not taking him into their cave to do something. That's your favorite Batman.
Yo, well, look. I've got a whole bit that I'm doing in my show, because did you see recently Robin came out as bi?
Yeah.
Okay. real quick.
I mean, it's obvious though. Look at
it's obvious because of Alfred. Alfred diddled him. Alfred was doing the one diddling. That's outright crime.
Lived and raised Bruce Wayne by himself.
Yeah.
And still was his slave.
And then he gets some kid from off the street.
Alfred is a child molester.
Yes,
that's what
he's a pedo.
That's the comic I want to see, where Chris Hansen pops into the Batcave.
Yeah, right.
Chris Hansen.
Alfred goes like this, Master Bruce.
Yeah, and he's like, take a seat, Alfred.
And then Chris comes in.
Take a seat.
What are you doing here?
What? Take a seat.
What are you doing here?
I'm here to cater to Master Bruce and Master Bruce.
Man, between To Catch a Predator and Fox's When Animals Attack, greatest shows ever on television. I mean, you know, they have the couple that's fucking canoeing across the fucking Nile, and whoopsie daisy, they went too early, and a hippo just says, "Raka!" fucking bites him in half. Christ almighty. I love When Animals Attack people. I think that's the greatest.
I feel like that sentence epitomizes Arnie more than anything. That my two favorite shows are To Catch a Predator and When Dangerous Animals Attack.
Oh, I have zero sympathy for anyone bitten by a shark.
I have zero empathy when anyone puts their hand in front of an alligator's mouth.
Did you see that video last week?
They go like this. Yeah. I'm like,
dude, I saw some asshole. First of all, if I need shots to go there, minus COVID, of course. If I need shots to go to a different country, I don't need to go to the country, all right? They showed some asshole was in one of these fucking safaris. That's stupid on its own. At least he did the one where you stay in the car. But motherfucker, the windows go down.
I know.
And he pet a tiger.
So dumb.
What do you think is going to happen? You're going to get eaten. Animals hate you.
Yes, they
fucking hate you.
They really do.
Dude, my cat wants to steal my soul every time I fall asleep. He's like, if I could figure out a way.
If my dog, I have a 180-pound French Mastiff, and his brain weighs about, I don't know, like a pea, because he's dumb. If he was smart, he would run the house, but he's not smart. So, and these animals, like fucking people get attacked on hiking trails. You're in the fucking woods. What do you think was going to happen?
Yeah, you're in their element.
Yeah, look. If a shark came in my backyard, I would shoot him. Right. I'm not inviting a shark to my fucking barbecue.
Right.
No.
Although that'd be pretty cool, though.
Oh yeah,
you would have quite a story.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey guys, by the way, Shark's coming over today.
Yeah, don't mind him.
Land shark.
He's a hoot. He's fun.
Yeah, the only animal I try to tame is cougars now.
Yeah, there you go. I just look. The world is such a dumb place right now. I've been saying that for like the last 12 years, but it's like the world goes, well, hold my beer. We're gonna do something else, and it's like, really? Like I did a story today on the show that the economy in Afghanistan is crashing. Well, no shit, the Taliban's running it. What did you think was going to happen?
I know.
They're going to invest in their infrastructure? No.
We should put the McDonald's here.
Yeah.
We should put the McDonald's here.
I saw
Burger King here.
I saw a great meme
be the
today.
bomb.
There's a new army surplus store now in Afghanistan.
I know, right?
It's called Trader Joe's.
Oh, that's funny. Trader Joe's.
Oh man, it's such a dumb word, and it started when we gave that fucking bitch $9 million for the hot coffee.
Here's the craziest thing about everything with Afghanistan, and I'm surprised no one's talking about this, but is there any possibility that there might be a Taliban in those refugee planes flying over here as a Trojan horse?
Well, here's
holy shit, dude.
Oh, they're going to be on those planes. They found like 300 people when they were trying to quickly vet them. 300 known terrorists were trying to get on our plane.
Yeah. So could you imagine all of them in a rush?
Yeah.
A whole army of Taliban could be flying over here.
That's scary, dude.
And the southern border.
FedEx Express. What do you want? Look,
Taliban here? Look, the really bad ones they're going to bring through the southern border because there's nothing happening there. They're letting them come across. If you have a kid under 10, they will allow up to 10 people to travel with that one kid. And all you got to learn is no habla inglés. That's all you got to say, and boom, you're gone. We're fucked.
Do you run into controversy talking about this stuff on, like, even nowadays, talking about it on the radio?
Yeah, I mean, I got into it with a listener last week who's a great listener. He's been here since day one of the smartest guys I've ever met. And he's very, very pro-vaccine. Now, I'll be honest, I got the vaccine, and I don't care if people get the vaccine or don't.
I don't care either. I'm with you.
But I don't care.
With you.
And look, I got the vaccine because I knew I'd be traveling, and I knew this passport thing was going to be a thing. I documented that last year. I told people it was going to happen. Once you start giving up power to the government, they don't give it back. Mm-hmm. And they're not going to give us shit back. We have to take it back. And I don't mean like that fucking soldier talking about martial law on TikTok the other day. I'm not talking about going out and shooting up the streets. It starts by going to board meetings. It starts by doing all that kind of stuff. Yeah. And this guy was so pro-vaccine, and okay, good. And he got so mad. My rule is, if you disagree with me, that's fine.
Right. Let's have a discussion. Let's not get ugly and call each other names, because calling me a name, you're getting involved in against a professional name caller. I will fuck your shit up. But he got a little nasty in there. And hold on. By the way, he'll fuck your shit up September 17th at Esquire IMAX Theater. Get tickets at ArnieRadio.com.
Bingo. Replug. But we got into it, and he got mad, and he said, well, have a nice life. And he checked out of the show. Now, you're cutting off the discussion. Let's continue this discussion. I'm not saying you're wrong in your advice. If you have people that have health issues, then yes, maybe get vaccinated if you're going to be around it, because we're finding out this is more real than anything now, especially. And I've never said it was fake. It's a cold. It's a cold that killed a lot of old people. So it's kind of like the flu. Now, this new variant, which is, by the way, I said this a month ago. I said, we're going to be just like Great Britain, except we're 10 times the size of Great Britain. They had their big Delta run, and then it peaked and it went away. It took about 2 months. Same thing is happening here now. And the World Health Organization came out and said, well, there's a new Mu variant. Not kidding. That's the name.
Mu variant?
M-U, the Mu variant. Because Epsilon didn't go anywhere. And I called it Lambada because it's the forbidden dance, but it's the Lambda, which is even better. Because, the Lambda, that was a variant of this. And it's like, when are we going to get a break? When are we finally going to get a break? And the lies that the media is just the greatest thing now in the world.
Well, you know, it's funny, Arnie, we had this discussion before the show. I said, and we talked about this. It's like no one wants to admit they're wrong about something.
No.
No one wants to be embarrassed about, okay, I guess I didn't know that.
And this is the interesting thing. I'm glad you brought that up, because that guy who I got into it with, 2 days later on the show, I was talking about some figure was being canceled. And I said, it's just like Aunt Jemima. The story was Aunt Jemima was a black woman who had this recipe that went to the World's Fair, and whatever company bought a recipe, and she was the first female black millionaire in America. That was the story that everybody was told. And he said, no, that's not true. And I looked it up, and I found out it's 100% not true. It's not. There was a black woman that they hired to be like a spokesperson.
Okay.
And I went on the air the next day, and I said, look, after I investigated, he's 100% right. I was wrong about that. My day went on. I was wrong. You know, there's nothing.
People don't want to take it on the chin. No, that's what it is. People are so, especially if you fight people on social media, they have to be right no matter what it is. No, they won't.
It's too much pride. It's pride. Yeah. They have their pride built up into it.
That's part of the 7 deadly sins. Is pride right there.
They get invested. Media. They get invested in it, and they do the same thing with actors. So when an actor falls from grace, they feel betrayed and they're upset because they've invested so much. And I'm the same way. I'm a human. I invest myself into people and ideas. I don't like being wrong. I know I've been wrong like once or twice, and maybe again I'll be wrong. But you just stand up for yourself. Fuck.
Yeah. Admit defeat and move on and educate.
And educate the problem is that the mainstream media lies so much blatantly.
Both of them, Fox and CNN.
Yeah. Oh, everybody. Like like local level is so bad. Like News 10 in Sacramento. I'll never forget after some of the first riots happened. I'm sorry, peaceful protests. They said these were not super spreader events. I'm like, the fuck they weren't. They got thousands of people out in the street. Nobody's got
yelling and spreading.
Yes.
Spreading everything everywhere. Yeah.
But zero cases of coronavirus came from this. And I was like, you gotta be shitting
Such
me.
bullshit.
Yeah. Well, and like some state health department the other day came out and said that the vaccine works just as well as the mask. I'm like, so it doesn't work. I mean, like, what do you say? Like, because we all remember when we had to wear the mask, right? It was a mandate everywhere. People were still getting coronavirus.
Right.
You say this on the radio show?
Oh God, yeah, all the time.
And so, do you get people that walk up to you now that are like that want to debate you in person because of what you say?
Well, my main listening base is still Sacramento. I live in Texas, so I don't get a lot of people that will do that. And by the way, a lot of people probably wouldn't walk up to me because I'd look like I'm in a shit mood most of the time.
Dude, you're so intimidating, bro.
And
you got all the tattoos
you really are.
and stuff. You're such an intimidating guy. So when you're walking by, you're like, oh, fuck, it's Arnie.
But see, like one time my dad came to Sacramento for like Christmas or whatever, and we were at the Galleria. And we were going down the escalator, and this guy coming up, and I got this a lot. This guy looks at me, he goes, I fucking hate you. I was like, I looked at him, I go, thanks for listening. And my dad looks at me. My dad looks at me and goes,
for listening.
Why didn't you kick the shit out of him? I go, because he's a listener. He's paying my paycheck. I'm doing my job.
Right.
When people came up to me and said that was like being a heel.
Yeah.
You know, I did my job.
They're still paying to see you.
Yeah, exactly. And that's
you pushed their buttons and they still came out to see you. Wow.
Exactly. Yeah. And
you can't have a face without a heel.
And I'll tell you this. I will gladly debate anybody that wants to come up and talk to me about it. I'll happily, and I'll do it, and I won't name call. I can have a real conversation with somebody and ask them why this is so important to them. I got into it with somebody the other day about circumcising boys and how it's fucking horrible and you shouldn't do it and all this kind of stuff. And I said, why does it matter to you? It's not your business.
Yeah, it's not your dick.
And I'm like, well,
except for Alfred's.
The stigmatism that young boys get from this. Boys are going to give other boys stigmatism no matter what the fuck it is. That's how we're built.
Right.
This is why you can't come at me and call me fat. I've been dealing with that my whole life. I will fuck your shit up.
Right.
You call me fat, I'm fucking going off. I'm making fun of your fucking ugly elbows, your wife's big ass fucking feet. Shit you didn't even think about. I'm coming out.
I'm going to give you a complex about it.
I'm going to give you so many complexes that you're going to check yourself into a fucking hospital. And look, don't be stupid. You play stupid games, you win stupid prizes.
That's hilarious. You know what's not you know what's not a stupid prize, ladies and gentlemen? Seeing Arnie States live at the Esquire IMAX Theater Friday, September 17th. Tickets available at ArnieRadio.com.
By the way, Ellis Rodriguez is featured in that show because I love Ellis.
Oh, nice.
And my good friend Cindy, who was on one of the shows with me back a couple years ago at Laughs Unlimited, she's going to be opening the show. So it's going to be a fun night.
Nice, man. That's going to be a lot of fun. Congratulations.
Thank you.
What made you, how did you develop this armor that you have? Is it because of the culture of Texas, or is it radio that developed it, or what? What made you become you? What made you become Arnie?
I think a lot of that, look, the culture here in Texas is, I'm so proud to be an American. I give all the credit to my dad. My dad, who was in the Korean War.
Oh, wow.
If I start balling up here, I'm sorry, because I lost him in 2017. And
I'm so sorry, man.
Thank you. I actually had a big show in Reno 3 days after he died. And I still did the show because my dad used to play at piano bars. He was a big time piano player, and he would want me to go on with the show. He was the one who instilled all this kind of work ethic into me, and he let me fall down on my own. My dad was sober for over 30 years. He got sober when I was like 8. But he let me make my mistakes. And he took me to my first meeting. And I'm not going to get into meetings and all that kind of stuff. But he let me make my mistakes, and he let me grow from my mistakes. And I'm still doing it. Look, I shit the bed just like everybody else does when I'm on the show sometimes. It happens. We make mistakes. I'm not afraid of the mistakes. I think that what they've done to kids' sports with everybody getting a trophy has ruined everything, because I hate losing. I got into radio because I'm a competitive person and I couldn't play sports anymore besides softball. And I played a pretty decent level of softball because I'm fucking competitive. I want to push myself. I want to win. But there's nothing wrong with losing except everything. But the thing with losing is you learn so much from losing compared to learning from what you win. And so many people just look at it as a loss. Well, here's your trophy. When I was a kid, I didn't want a second place trophy. I'd break that shit. If I had kids today and they came home with a participation trophy, them kids would be yanked out of my house. I'm just telling you that right now, because that shit get broke. That shit get broke quick.
Arnie States, Father of the Year.
Yeah. Hey, Dad, here's my participation trophy. You didn't play a fucking inning. What the hell are you getting a trophy for?
Yeah, right. You sat on the bench.
Yeah, and we're going to go take a DNA test. Ain't my fucking kid riding a pine. Jesus.
Damn. So, Arnie, what's your words of wisdom about getting into radio, doing stand-up comedy, and dealing with 2021 for newcomers, people that want to join, that want to follow your lead?
Radio is being run by people who never worked in radio. Radio is being run by conglomerations and big companies because it's an easy way for them to make money. And the people that are on the air now are all a bunch of yes men and yes women. And pretty soon you're going to be able to take a flight from Sacramento. And I don't hold this against the on-air talent, because the on-air talent has never, ever been appreciated. And I can say that as somebody who was taken pretty well care of, but we were never really appreciated. We got a rating one time, and this is no shit. In Sacramento, 18 to 34-year-olds, we got a 33 share. And that's people. A 33 share. And a sales guy came up to me, and he goes, "You're welcome." And I said, "For what?" He goes, "Well, if it weren't for my commercials." I'm like, people don't turn the fucking radio on to hear your commercials.
No kidding.
They're here to hear my damn dick jokes. But
penis, if it's radio, penis jokes.
But back then we could say dick. Oh man, the Clinton administration was fantastic. I called people assholes on the air.
Oh, nice.
Oh, it was heaven.
The good old days.
But 2021, radio is not a place that I love. Like when I found podcasting, oh my God. That's when I could take. I've talked to a lot of people like this when it comes to comedians, because I'm not a comedian. Mike, you and Dustin, you guys are comedians. You guys travel. You guys work, okay? And I have so much respect for that. I couldn't live out of a suitcase. But the thing is that world is really cool if you're cool to the guys. And you guys have allowed me to dip my toes in there every once in a while. And I'm more than appreciative. I will help any comedian get over or do anything. I'll promote them. I'll do whatever I can, because like Ellis and Carlos, Mike, you did one of my shows.
Yeah, man.
And I appreciate that so very much. I mean, it means so much to me that I'm allowed in that world, that if I'm going to tell anybody to get into comedy, I would say find your favorite comedian, your favorite local comedian, and fucking start asking them questions. Because look, man, comedians aren't all dicks. I know a few. We all know a few people. There's bad people in every profession.
You know what's great about you, Arnie, is like when people don't do stand up 100% all the time, and they have a show like you did, they have like this pompous, cocky, inane type attitude that they're better than them, even though the comics before you have been doing it for 15 20 years plus. We're funny as hell, we know what we're doing, but you have this following. You didn't use that following to make it better than everyone else. No, you gave us an opportunity to perform in front of your followers.
Yeah,
and that's a wonderful thing that you gave all of us, that allows us to perform in front of that because we don't get that spotlight.
No,
and you gave that spotlight to us,
and you deserve it. You guys are the talented ones. Look, I used to bitch about stand-up comedians older, like back in my old radio days, because I had to come up with new shit every single day, and I used to get mad at comedians. And then I realized, wait a second, these people are paying their bills using the same jokes. There's nothing wrong with that, and they're working on new material all the time. I ain't got a beef with a comedian at all. I applaud you guys, the road warriors that are out there. I appreciate it. And you allow me to come into your world, so I will do whatever I can for you. But that would be my one suggestion if anybody wanted to get in the comedy.
Right on, man.
Talk to somebody like you.
You know what's a good way to get into comedy? You can check out Arnie States live at the Esquire
Right there.
IMAX
Right
Friday,
there.
September 17th. Tickets available at arnieradio.com. Well, dude, we are at 1 hour, my friend, and I can't thank you enough for your time.
Sweet.
And,
well, man, we didn't even hardly get to talk wrestling.
Dude, if you guys want to talk.
Hey, man, I'll keep talking. I'm not afraid.
I do want to say one thing about Arnie about not having a beef with any comedians. You do now. Ben Affleck is the best Batman, and I just think it needed to be said again.
Okay,
no, dude, I want to say the level of respect that you have for comedians is really refreshing to see because me and Mike talk about it quite a bit. The people that kind of come in and feel like they're better because you said something that really resonated, and I feel like is in the comedy world is the people I butt heads with the most in comedy are the bookers that book comedians that have never set foot on stage their entire lives. Yeah, and it sounds like you're dealing with that in radio a bit.
Oh, radio! I'll never work in radio again. I've been blackballed from radio because I tell the truth about it.
You're the CM Punk of radio.
But better because CM Punk's just kind of okay. I just wasn't a big CM Punk fan. I ain't taking anything away from him. But
why are you trying to become an enemy, Arnie? Why are you actively trying?
Come on, he's from Chicago. You should hate him.
Yeah, that's
Jesus. Come on, you should be the world's biggest Cena fan there is. Can't see me. I mean, that dumbest gimmick ever. I gotta say, that's just stupid.
You can't see me.
It's so goddamn dumb.
You know what you can see? You can see Arnie States live at the Esquire Theater IMAX Friday, September 17th. Tickets available at arnieradio.com.
You were so good at that, Mike.
Yeah.
I love it, dude.
All right,
listen, guys, we're going to come back again, though. Okay, we're running out of time. And Arnie, I will definitely have you back. We're going to talk. We're going to nerd wrestling it up.
Cool.
100%, my friend. But ladies and gentlemen, I want to let you know, thank you for everybody for watching. Also, if you want to follow Dustin, follow him at Dustin IG at Adorable Dustin Wood. And congratulations, Dustin, on your special coming up.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, man.
Thank you so much.
And Arnie States, one more time, if you're going to see Arnie States live, Esquire IMAX, Friday, September 17th. Tickets at arnieradio.com. And if you're just tuning in right now and you want to see the rebroadcast, go to youtube.com/MikeBComedy. And
ArnieRadio.com every morning, Monday through Friday, West Coast 7 to 11 a.m. I'm on every day.
You got to repeat it. You cut off.
ArnieRadio.com. I'm on every single day, West Coast time from 7 a.m. to 11 a.m.
Right on, man.
And and Pornhub.com/Arnie States.
There you go.
He does great stuff on there.
I am recording my stand-up show for people that can't make it. And I'm going to put it on my OnlyFans page. I'm not kidding. I started the OnlyFans page just so I could do that.
Oh, wow.
That's amazing.
Yeah. That's so good, dude. Yep. That's so good. Arnie, thank you so much for staying up late for us. We really appreciate it. And thank you for talking about radio and the culture of Texas. I'm so glad that you're a part of our lives and a good friend, man. I appreciate you, dude.
Thank you very much.
So everyone, thank you one more time for Arnie, and everyone have a great weekend.
Me, myself, and
what a show. Huh?
It's
great
me,
show.
Myself, and
by the way, ladies and gentlemen, follow Dustin Wood at IG. Dustin Wood.
Me, myself, and
it was a great pleasure to have Arnie States. Arnie States, one more time.
Me,
Arnie States live
at
the Esquire IMAX Theater, Friday, September 15th. Tickets at arnieradio.com. And you're just checking in the rebroadcast to the youtube.com/MikeBComedy. That's it. So have a great weekend. Enjoy your Labor Day weekend. Don't get mad about Biden because he already ruined everything. And, you know, you got to blow it up before it gets better. So thanks, Biden, for ruining everything. Anyways. You guys have a wonderful weekend. Thank you so much for listening and watching and being part of the show. Have a great weekend. All right. We'll see you next week.